What's up, guys? Just out doing a quick test of the new, I think they're new. I haven't seen them before. The Injora Maverix tires. They're a 63 mil tire. Have them mounted up here on my TRX4M High Trail. I think they have a really awesome scale look. Really love the look of these tires. Running them with the included silicone inserts, the yellow silicone inserts. You can buy these with or without the inserts. I decided to pick them up with. And just to give them a test, I think this truck is heavy enough to take advantage of the silicone inserts. So let's give this thing a little bit of a run and see how it works out. Give you guys a quick rundown of what I got going on here. Running this on 3S. It does have the Meus 2-speed transmission. I am running the Meus ESC. That's the motor that comes with the 2-speed. Injora servo. I do have some brass up front. These are, I believe they're Injora wheels. They were a deep dish that gave this thing a lot of negative offset, but it had a lot of rubbing issues. I'll show you in a second. I'll mount this body up. A lot of rubbing issues, so I had to flip the wheels over and mount them with the screws exposed, so it brought the offset back further in and a lot less rubbing this way. So, I mean, you could trim your bumper and stuff if you wanted to run a wider offset, but these are probably about the biggest tires you're going to fit on this truck without trimming. Let me show you. Fully, turned here. You do get some good rubbing. So yeah, these are probably about the biggest you're going to be able to run without trimming. But let's see. We'll see how bad they rub. They feel nice and squishy. This is the S5 compound, which works out awesome for most of my rigs. It isn't the best conditions today. It's about 50 degrees out. Rocks are somewhat dry. We had some rain last night, so we'll see how well these hook up. If these do well today in these conditions, they're going to do great. Pretty much do even better in drier, warmer conditions. So let's give it a run. The leaves are pretty bad here, but we got some cool stuff to play on. Lots of really cool rock features in this area. And yeah, let's just have some fun with this. Look, I think these things look awesome. They are probably my favorite looking tire for the little 18 scales at this point. I think they have like more of a BF Goodrich mud terrain look, which I really like. I love the scale look of this. Yeah, the leaves are really a limiting factor today. I didn't think they would be this bad. But we'll make do. Pretty steep incline here. Mossy. Yeah, really nice. So any spot that I clear the leaves away from, it's very damp and quite moist underneath, so it's definitely going to limit some of the traction, but these things are hooking up great so far. I'm really happy. Let's see if we can pull this bit of a side hill. Oh no. And pretty much what I would expect from S5 compound Injoras. They work extremely well. I thought I was going to ride that out. Nice. It's about to get a lot more difficult here. Come on, settle. Oh, nice. Settled in. Get this little bit of a V-notch here. See if we can clear this little tree that's growing. Oh, maybe not, maybe. Oh man. The tree is really getting in the way. Yeah, very nice. That was a cool line. Now it gets stickier. See if I can kind of hook the wheels here and stay up on this ridge. The axles are just gonna get hung up. Yeah, oh man. That is some serious side hill. Oh, now the bumper. Oh, we pulled it. Nice. Oh, come on. After all that. Damn it. I had to abandon that first section. The leaves were just way too bad over there. It's a shame. There's some really epic crawling over there, but this is a cool spot over here. I could definitely find some good stuff. This is, 2 minutes away, right along the same stream here. And what's cool about this is just a giant rock, like outcropping. There's some really cool lines in here. But yeah, let's see what we can find for the 18 scales. I usually take some 10 scales up in here, play around for a bit. There's another cool section on the other side of the stream that I might check out. Nice. This might be a little too steep of a downhill for this thing. Oh man, just enough wheel speed there and low. Yeah, look at that tire squish. This might be the best use of the Injora silicone inserts that I've found so far on an 18 scale, just because of the weight of this truck. Let's try going left here. Let's see if we can hook our way up. It's gonna be like a mega side hill though. I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, I mean, excellent control with this Injora 2-speed setup. I mean, the Meus 2-speed setup. Oh, look at that. I can't believe it did that. Oh, that was a sick line. Yeah, this Meus 2-speed setup, really great control with this truck. For a very basic brushed motor, this thing is really super controlled, very precise. This is gonna get crazy steep here in a minute. Yep, nope, that ain't happening. Let's try, I'm gonna try this again down here, see if we can swing up earlier, get into that other. Yeah, this might actually be a little too easy. But we'll try to find a line up the top now. Yeah, there's some cool stuff to play on here. Yeah, nice. These tires are pulling so well. Come on, don't let me down. Yeah, nice. Excellent. Also running recently installed these Fedco shocks. Really nice shocks, man. All aluminum bodies, come fully filled with oil. They have dual stage springs. They come with a bunch of like 3 different spring options. Really impressed with them. I'll show you guys a close-up in a minute. All right, that was another cool line. Yeah, so you can see the shocks in there. Adjustable preload collars, dual stage springs. So they come with that little shorter spring up top and a longer spring on the bottom, and multiple configurations. You could run these, like I said, it comes with 3 of each of those springs. So you can really fine tune these things, and they work really nice, super nice shocks. I'll link them up down below. I'm really impressed with them. All right, let's do this section again. I had a bad viewpoint there. Up through this gap. Then hanging up on the body there big time. This is the tricky part. It's like a ledge about the height of the tires in the rear. Front end just wants to lift. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. Excellent. Let's see if we can get over this gap here. I think so. Yep. Oh man. Super cool. I don't know where I'm going from here. I don't think I can do that gap. No. I'm gonna have to try to. I don't know about this one. Oh, okay. Nice. Wow. Oh, that is at its limit. No way is this gonna pull this. Come on. Yes. I can't believe that. Wow, that was impressive. Okay, so now this is the third area I'm checking out in this same park, kind of near the same stream. And by far, this is the best terrain for the 18th scale. It's just the right size. All these little kind of craggy rocks and cool little rock formations were just perfect for this size truck. Really impressed with this thing, man. This truck has come a long way. I did not really enjoy driving this when I first got it. It had a few mods done to it, like the servo. It had, I believe, the single speed Injora trans with the Injora motor. Just didn't have good control. The gearing was too high. Just the tires that were on it didn't work. It came with these wheels on it. I bought this thing used. It just wasn't a fun truck to drive. This thing has come a very long way. It is absolutely a blast right now. I love driving this truck. Very realistic looking, and it's doing all this with a hard body on it. And this is a high trail version. It just crawls extremely well. Really good clearance for this kind of rocky terrain as well. I don't know if this weren't a high trail, I'm not sure it would get through a lot of this stuff as easily as it is. And I think it just looks killer. These tires look great on this truck. I mentioned it a few times, but man, you can really see the tire squish I'm getting with these included silicone inserts. I haven't had such good results with these on some of my other 18th scales, and I think it just is due to the weight. They seem like kind of overly stiff on some of my other trucks. The exception is the OGRC ones that I'm running, I think on my T-Hunter. They are definitely a lot softer, but these still seem to work just that much better. I think just this is the right combination of, you can see it's like a very thin, flexible sidewall. And these yellow, I'm not sure if they're different firmness than any other silicones, but yeah, these are the yellow ones that were included, and they just worked out really great. Just getting the right amount of squish, and I forget, I'll post up a weight on this truck here in a second. It is fairly heavy, so I'm sure that's helping quite a bit. The reason I specifically wanted the high trail version of the TRX4M was exactly this, just to go out and explore some trails and find some cool lines and some cool obstacles to play around on, and just something that's good overall, just an all-around good experience, not just going out to one specific spot and running some lines repeatedly, like just going out and having a good time for an hour or so. You find some new trails and explore a little bit, and that's exactly what this truck has finally become, right? With the 2-speed trans in it, it really just makes a lot more sense. When you get up to some more difficult lines and options here, you can put it in low gear and it's really going to have some really great control. Or you shift it into high and kind of blast around a little bit, and it's more than adequate for walking speed for getting from point A to point B. And it's just been a lot of fun like this, and I really feel like just getting these tires on here was like the final piece of the puzzle. They look awesome and they've been working really great, so I'm super happy with this setup now. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted this truck to be and what I envisioned it to be from the start, which it just wasn't initially. So super happy with this thing, and I don't know if I'm gonna go brushless at some point. We'll see. You know, I already have more money into this truck, of course. The little smaller 18 scale builds just it costs so much more than you think it's going to. At some point you're spending almost the same as building up like a 10 scale, but honestly it's more usable in some ways. If you don't have a lot of time, you can just get out for half an hour. You find a good little spot like this, and you could have an absolute blast with this little truck in a very small area. And I think that's what these things are good at, is just kind of making better use of smaller terrain. But they're a lot of fun. The driving experience of this truck now is on par with a good 10 scale truck. Like, it handles that well, and it just responds that well, and kind of gives you that amount of control you want when you're trying to, you know, figure out these little puzzles on the trail, like how you get up through a certain line, and how you position a truck, and how much throttle, and, you know, the balance of the truck and everything. It just really works well, and it gives you that same experience of a 10 scale, but just in a more compact, confined area. And sometimes that's all you want, right? You don't want to go on a 5-mile hike through the woods. You just have a small spot near the parking lot. You get out, you run the truck for half an hour, and you have a great time, and that's it. And that's what this truck has been good at. This has been a lot of fun. So I mentioned earlier that I have some brass on this truck, and not a ton. It's basically just the front C-hubs, knuckles, steering link, and I think that's about diff covers, and that's about it. So I didn't go too crazy. The 2-speed trans definitely adds some weight. Not necessarily in the best place to be adding weight. It's always better to have it on the axles. These wheels are not the heaviest. And then the silicone inserts do add some weight, so it's not insanely heavy, but I feel like it's kind of just right. Kind of surprised how well this truck handles now, especially with this hard body on here. You know, that usually really detracts from the performance, just being a bit too top heavy, but I feel like the balance is just about right on this truck right now. It definitely makes things a bit more challenging, especially sitting up higher with that heavier body sitting up higher, but I'm willing to sacrifice performance for a more realistic experience in this case, just because it makes it more fun for me to get out and drive a truck that just kind of looks the part. You know, this looks like a truck that you would get out into the trails and you know, play around. Maybe nothing this extreme in real life, I'm sure, but that's the fun of RC, right? So thanks for watching, guys. We're about to wrap this one up. Stay tuned. I have a bunch of videos coming up soon. Kind of on the complete other end of the spectrum, I got out to run my SCX6 with a bunch of mods I did to that, and I'm going to be doing some motor change-ups with that truck soon. And I recently picked up the Axial Helaman, which is an 8-scale truck. So we're gonna get out and run some of the bigger trucks shortly. So let me know which one you guys are into more. Do you like the small scale stuff or the large scale stuff? Or is 10 scale the sweet spot? You know, I like them all. I think it really just depends on where I'm going to drive them. And in this case here today, this little spot here with these obstacles was absolutely perfect for this truck. And had a lot of fun with it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Later. Sick.